r/NoSleep. Posted by you/TheMacBoogie. Something runs on the treadmill at 2:22 a.m. I am a gym coach and I live in a small and safe town. It has one gym and I am one of the coaches there. It closes late at 1 a.m. since it is a crowded one. I was pretty jacked at that time and I was a bodybuilding addict. I would go too far just to have the perfect body, and we have an overtime where we can go to the gym and use it anytime it's closed. I was a night shift and woke late, so I just thought I would work out after the gym closes at 1 a.m. Last month I was sitting on my phone mindlessly scrolling Reddit, until I got a phone call from my boss saying I'm not going to work this week. I asked why. He replied there was an incident. I was confused, not knowing what was wrong, and he explained that this morning a guy dropped a 120 kilograms weighted barbell on his head laying down. No one was there to help him as he was doing it without a warning. He broke his skull and killed him. It came as a shock, of course. I couldn't believe it. How could he have done something so stupid, this rare of an accident, and in our gym? The next week I went to the gym. I noticed it was very empty, just one or two people working out. It wasn't surprising because of the incident last week. Once the gym closed I went on my workout routine. My co-workers were not in the mood for it, so I was the only one at the gym. I was lifting weights until I heard one of our treadmills beginning to work. I looked up to the second floor. Since our gym is 2 stories, the second one is just a balcony overlooking the first floor of the gym. That's where our treadmills were. There was a guy running on the treadmill. I shouted, "Who's there?" No response. The thing seemed not human as he was a very tall and skinny figure with long arms. I checked my watch. I noticed it's 2:22 a.m. June 4th. The gym is closed. "You shouldn't be here," I shouted. The figure seemed to tilt its head towards me. It stared at me for what seemed like hours, not making a single sound. I hear screeches that hurt my ear to its core. "The gym will be closed in 5 minutes, please pack your things. We would like to remind you that the opening hours are 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Thank you for your cooperation." The speakers go off. I look at my clock. It's 12:55 a.m., May 27th, one day before the incident. I look up again. There are people, normal humans, running on the treadmill. I look around me. People are finishing up and getting ready to go. My co-workers going to the lockers, and everything is normal. Someone touches my shoulder. "Coach, I am not having it with this diet right now. Why can't I eat bread?" It's the man who died. "Oh, yeah, Coach, what's wrong? Looks like someone just held you at gunpoint, haha." "Oh, nothing's wrong, everything is fine. You sure you don't need some sleep?" "I don't know. But you gotta keep it down with these late night workouts, you look tired." "Yeah, I probably need some sleep." I go back home, skipping on my usual late workout. I figured I needed sleep. I never slept. I thought I hallucinated or had a nightmare, but it was all real, the moment I got the phone call from my boss to when I saw it. Next story of this video. Posted by you/Batty_559. I think I found a village forgotten in history. Hiking has been one of my many hobbies for a big part of my life. Every occasion I would use it to go hiking, be it in the mountains or in a field. Once was like any other hiking trip, except that this time I was alone. Most of the times I would take somebody with me, but this time nobody was able to come with me. That didn't really bother me, as I actually enjoyed being alone. I must mention that it was a very beautiful scenery and there was only nature surrounding me. Only green all around me and occasional lakes or mountain rivers. After about 2 hours of just walking and some short breaks, I reached a hill, and to continue I had to climb it. While going up it, I noticed some weird things, like there being a paved path going all the way up the hill that appeared out of nowhere. And it didn't look like any stone you would find today in stores. It looked ancient. After another 10 minutes I reached the top of the hill and I expected to see some sort of settlement. And while I did, it was not the one that I had expected. First thing was that the houses that I saw in the valley looked like those that you could find in medieval times. I was thinking that maybe it was like a really old village that people had moved out of due to its isolation. But it seemed as alive as it would have been a couple of centuries ago. I discreetly started going down the hill, hoping that I wouldn't be noticed. As I got closer I saw that the humans that were living there were dressed in ancient clothing as well. It looked the same age of the houses. As I got closer I realized that something wasn't quite right. All of the humans looked extremely malnourished. And if they didn't look as if they were about to die from starvation, then sickness would have been their cause of death. I must say that I am a pretty big history lover, and I immediately recognized one of the most evident symptoms of the whatever the people were suffering from: black boils. If you know anything about history, you will know what sickness has this horrendous symptom, the Black Death. Yep, that illness that caused people to die left, right and center during the 14th century. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear that I could see dozens of people laying on the ground, probably having their last breaths. Like a scene plucked out of a history movie, doctors, wearing the plague doctor mask, were scouring through the death-filled streets. At this point, I was about 2 meters from one of the houses hidden behind a bush. I was looking around me not knowing what to do next when I noticed something touching my leg. I looked down and saw a big black rat sniffing the grass around my foot. I jumped from behind my hiding spot and surprisingly, not a single human paid attention to me. I mean, I don't blame them, considering that most of them were fighting between life or death. I never ran so fast in my entire life and didn't stop until I was on top of the hill. There, for some reason I decided to take a photo. I guess it was because people wouldn't believe me if I told them about this place. I decided to end my hike then and there and started fast walking to a train station nearby. When I got home, I left my backpack in a corner of my room and just laid on my bed without doing anything for about half an hour. Then I went on with my normal day, trying to get my mind to that incident. About 2 days later I started getting consistent headaches and fever, and when I went to the doctor's, he gave me a list of medicine that I could get, but none of them helped me. Then I remembered the rat that was lingering centimeters from my foot when I came across the village. Now it is clear what I had got. Within a few days my symptoms got progressively worse, until today, when I discovered what I have feared of the most, black boils. They haven't ruptured yet, but it is only a matter of time. And why didn't anybody believe that I got the bubonic plague? Because everybody I have showed that picture that I took to said that it was just a normal green valley. Every now and then I notice strange humanoid shapes that look as if they have beaks. I don't think that's a mask.